morning, Troop 168 and Troop 1680. Hey, it's Mr. Bredemeier doing a little scouting around the house, and this morning I feel like a tasty treat. So I am going to make some Dutch oven monkey bread. If you're interested in doing this, this is actually the recipe I use. Cover some ingredients here. It's really a very simple, straightforward kind of thing, and very tasty, so highly recommended. I've actually pre-measured my sugar and brown sugar. I have my cinnamon here, which we'll measure shortly. We use these cans of biscuits. If you actually read the recipe, you would have seen that it says 4 cans, but it's actually 4 8-ounce cans, so I have 2 16-ounce cans here. And what we're going to do is cut up those biscuits. We're going to mix the brown sugar, cinnamon, and regular sugar together in this Ziploc bag I have here, and then we're going to take our cut up biscuit pieces and shake them around in there and get them coated really well. And then of course we're going to cook it in the Dutch oven, which I have my Dutch oven sitting here, and I have my trivet in the bottom because I prefer not to have the bottom of my monkey bread burn, and the trivet helps elevate it just a little bit to keep things from burning. You can line your Dutch oven with foil. I actually use these little liners here, which is something you can get from Lodge, who's a big maker of Dutch oven equipment. And these are specifically made to line Dutch ovens, and certainly safe to cook with. They don't burn up and they work really well. So we'll get started here in just a second. So guys, like I mentioned, I took my pre-measured sugar, brown sugar, and cinnamon, which you can kind of see in the bag here, and poured it in the bag. Now I actually just want to make sure that that's all mixed up really well before I start adding my biscuits, which we're going to cut up here. So you just shake that up, get it mixed up really well, and then we're going to start coating our biscuits so we can get them put in the Dutch oven. It's not too bad. I may give it a couple more shakes here off camera. So I've gone ahead and opened up one of the cans of biscuits here, and as you can see, I got to start cutting up the various pieces. My little tip for you here is if you cut the pieces smaller, you'll get more coating, and the coating is part of the good part of this little recipe. So if you cut it up smaller, some recipes will probably tell you to just do fourths. I like to go a little bit more than that, again, so we have a few more pieces and we can get more coating on there. But that's all you got to do is cut them up, and then we're going to start coating them here shortly. Hey guys, welcome back. I'd like to thank my new addition to scouting around the house with Mr. Bredemeier, my cameraman, Tyler. So now you actually get to see me, which I'm sure is really exciting. So as I mentioned, I cut up the biscuits. I actually did cut them a little bit smaller because I was kind of looking at them, and again, you want more edges. And I've started to put some here in the bag that I'm now going to coat. You could close up the bag and shake it around, but in all honesty, I think it's easier to just get in there with your hands, kind of move them around so they get coated really well. And then the other thing, you're going to have to fish them out anyways to put them in the Dutch oven, which, by the way, I went ahead and put my liner in my Dutch oven like I mentioned. If you used foil, you would definitely want to use some butter and grease that. I actually kind of took the easy way out and sprayed it with a little pan. So here's what they look like when they're coated, and all I'm going to do is keep coating them and just fill up the Dutch oven. So we'll be back to you in a few to show you the finished product and the next step. So guys, I finished coating all the pieces of the biscuits, and you can see this is what it looks like after I've put it all in the pan. So now just a couple more steps and it'll be ready to go on the fire. So this is what I have left in the way of brown sugar, regular sugar, and cinnamon. So we're just going to take this, do our best to kind of spread it out here so it doesn't go to waste over the top of all of this, and it's going to make this nice, yummy coating and sauce. I'm just going to go ahead and dump. And the other thing that goes along with this, I did wash my hands, so nobody get excited. The other thing that goes along with this that I went ahead and prepped is 2 sticks of butter. And we're just going to take all these sticks of butter and we're going to start laying them around here because they will obviously melt. And this is the other component of our sauce, if you will, or caramel kind of coating that goes with monkey bread. Of course, now it's sticking together on me. So we're going to lay these around my Dutch oven on top of everything here. Make sure you spread them out a little bit so that the butter's kind of evenly distributed as it melts. And then we are going to go put this on the coals and cook it. Doesn't take too long. If you want to know about lighting coals for your Dutch oven in the chimney, you can watch my other video where I made gooey caramel cinnamon rolls. The inaugural series, if you will. Okay, there we go. So that's what it looks like, ready to go on the fire. So I'm gonna go cook it and we will come back and show you the finished product. So guys, we've been out here cooking our monkey bread and should be done. Gonna take a check here. My little station that I use. Put the lid down. You can see they look pretty good. Getting a little firm on top, which is what we want to look for. I would say we're done, guys. Okay, that's monkey bread. Thanks again. Another edition of Scouting Around the House.